this is Trevor, and today I'm just going to be reviewing a 2v1 that featured teakay and Waxnell. Now, I know roughly who wins, I believe. This was given to me by Waxnell, by the way, teakay, so don't worry. The main focus for this replay will be on Waxnell, just seeing what they're doing and what Master Bell's doing. Now, what teakay is doing is a copy of my build, just doing this with Gmax LLT, moving forward and then doing other things. Or at least he should know about it. Waxnell probably got it from me. So going on, Waxnell, this is actually a fairly good choice. I like how you're getting a radar in a protected spot. Oops. Let me pause for a second. Because what you'll see here is that the factory mostly blocks radar. If you really want to snipe the radar, you can't do it from this point. You would have to get in here to kill. And that's actually a good thing. I like how he gave a little bit of time on the boost. Personally, I would have, I think putting a radar, sorry, another solar right here instead of just here would actually be better. The reason is just to better protect this radar. At this time you're walking forward, that's good. You're sending out scouts, which is good. So I'm going to speed up a little bit more. This rocket bot should be with your commander at least. Not going off to a random spot. Rocket bots are just really dependent on little things like that. Nice. I'm assuming this is not assisting for a reason. This LLT, I'm going to pause right here. It's fine under normal circumstances because it's not going to be blocking here, but don't try to get any closer like right here with the factories because that's going to affect pathfinding. I wait set to 1 times at this time. At this stage I would recommend, oh you already have that and that sees, okay. I'll turn off the hitboxes because that's relevant to this point. You should be a little bit more aggressive here if you have the APM for it. Otherwise, you're going to run out of issues. You're going to run into issues. No. Just not yet. Get these two first, or at least one of them first, unless if you're dependent on getting energy from teakay. By the way, this UI will lie in a way that you might not realize. There has to be this amount of energy, 139 energy per second in your storage at all times. That's just what's going to happen. You are somewhat stalling through this process, however. So. Personally, instead of going with plasma, I would recommend getting a handful more of the rocket bots. Just to allow yourself to pressure. And this is where starting where you're going to really want to get some LLTs down. Just having one or two just to do damage to the commander is actually rather powerful. I'm focusing on Waxnell a little bit too much. Actually, this is actually a fair point I should mention. In TK's case, if TK does watch this, you need to be a little bit more aggressive with your vehicles, and knowing that this person is bots, you should strongly consider having a pounder or two out in your queue. That way you will just screw over whatever bots Master Ball can make at this stage, and reasonably. Okay. Do you have vehicle scouts? Actually, let me see what you have seen. So you've seen that, okay. With this information, actually, what I would favor of doing is having both of you coordinate right here, because you have the HP. This will not have the DPS to kill most of these bots, and that's what's important. You also need to remember that you can see that this LLT is dead. You should try to split your army here, just to focus on getting these two LLTs dead. So there's that. Because these are really low on HP. In fact, when you saw this push in, you should be pushing here, because you have opportunity Waxnell. Oh no, this might be why Waxnell said he gave me smiley faces as to it being TK's fault. Why is TK not bringing... Okay. TK, if you're curious, Waxnell is blaming you for making this match interesting. It's okay, don't worry about it. When you are in a situation like this, by the way, you should try to have some amount of LLTs just around somewhere. You should try to not always keep your expansions somewhat protected at this stage, because they're going to be getting everywhere. I think you're overcommitting on the amount of constructors you're doing to build an advanced solar. What you should realistically be doing is having this con right here, just either making another nano turret and then going with advanced solar, and freeing up these two to go build your mexes up over here. Oops, that's the wrong button. Here. They don't even have to be the regular mexes. They could just be safe. You can safely make them into exploiters, just here and here, because Master Bell doesn't have units, and he needs to get his unit count up quickly, and he's likely going to do that with grunts. I don't know what's going on after this point. The reason why you want exploiters in this case is because it will stop any raid from, or at least severely punish any raid from coming in, and it's not actually, the metal cost is extremely high, but the energy cost is really cheap. The build time is actually roughly the same as a guard, so that's something that you should consider a little bit. If TK's ever watching this, just issue the order to build a max first. Don't issue a move order, especially something like this, where there could be a prop, because in this case, this is a problem because the vehicle con technically can't get here. So don't worry about issuing move orders, just do them. Just issue the build orders. The game will perfectly optimize them in the way that they need to be. Wow, Master Mode hasn't really taken that much metal. Well, that's good to know. Don't try to bring res bots into engagements, it doesn't work out very well, especially when there's infantry bots like grunts. At this stage, Master Ball, he's doing things solely to just destroy economy. It doesn't really matter if he's losing 5 or 6 units at a time. Because if he just kills your economy, it takes you that much longer to recover. Oh, TK might actually be able to... No, he won't be able to. I thought he was going to be able to kill that. Oh, Master Boss floating metal. Think of it this way, it's metal that he's not going to be having to worry about. Oh, and there's vehicle artillery at this time. Good. At this point in time, you should take it. Actually, I'll make a point about this. If you're an ally and you have opportunity to look at things, take a look at the fact that TK has metal. You don't. You two should be sharing a little bit of that metal between each other. Don't leave your units clumped up ever. Always keep them spread out at least. Oh, and good luck trying to kill this light laser turret under normal circumstances. That's unfortunately going to be a waste of something. And believe it or not, Master Ball is actually in a fairly strong position, even though it might appear to be rather weak. It is ultimately a losing position. If your res buffs are not on a auto group, they should be on one, by the way. Okay. TK, in this situation, you might want to consider making one more vehicle artillery, or at least two, or maybe even 2 more. I think you're about to see the reason why I mentioned exploiters early on. Because that's a very real situation. Oh, never mind. Waxnell, you should be sending energy to TK. Occasionally look in the bottom right just to see the energy bars. If one appears to be rather low and they're being attacked, you should be supporting them. And I think at this point, Master Ball just loses. This should be a rather quick loss at this point. I would strongly recommend reclaiming this basic solar at this time. Ew. No. Waste of energy and build time. Even though you can technically support it, it's just better to overflow to the teammates. I'm just going to see, are you saying using set target? Actually, you'll have to probably answer, but if you're using set target here, or not using set target, you really should be. So, okay. Basically, TK is the better player, is better than Waxnell. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, let me get the next one up.